Hi, this is Lorraine, and I've been guided to create another video. If you'll give me a minute to clear, center, and balance my energy, we'll get started. First, I'd like to say please see the timestamps to navigate the video as you see fit. The other thing is, if you would like to, please ask any questions in the comments. The other thing is, there is an incredible amount of very powerful energy flowing right now. And I mean that in the best way possible. Whereas there was an incredible amount of unbalanced energy, momentum flowing for the past 5-6 years, we have now shifted and we are moving from a much more balanced place, which means any unbalanced energy is being transmuted, changed, shifted, and removed from this world. There's a few things I wanted to start with. One of the first things was the seal. I intentionally did not mention where the seal was placed because I was guided very strongly not to talk about that. And so I always honor my intuitive knowing, but this week I felt that I should share that. So at some point the week before last, I looked down at my left wrist and the seal was very clear on my left wrist, and it was black, thick line, almost like someone used a fine tip Sharpie on my wrist. But it was a very clear black Alpha and Omega symbol, and I'll do a picture-in-picture of the drawing I did. In Revelation, the book of Revelation, it does talk about a seal being on the forehead. It was not on my forehead. Again, it was on my wrist. I believe, for someone who was raised Catholic, I do believe in the Bible and the stories and the goodness that it shares with us. And I do believe Jesus Christ was a powerful healer and teacher and was meant to teach us how to treat one another and how to live on this world. He was sent here with a very specific intention. However, I do not translate or interpret the Bible literally. I do believe some stories are very true. The thing is, the Bible's been translated close to 500 times. And I feel very strongly the hand of man has had influences on those translations. So from my perspective, I choose to interpret the Bible as a guideline for how we are meant to live on this world from the best place possible. Anything negative or anything that inspires or incites us to treat or harm one another in any way, I don't believe in. I do not believe the divine creator intends for us to harm one another in any way possible. That's my perspective. So the fact that the seal is not on my forehead, or I did not see it on my forehead, is not problematic for me. I believe when that message came in and I asked why the seal wasn't on my wrist, it was very clear. I had a vision of Jesus Christ being crucified on the cross and having the nails go through his wrists, and then also visions of the stigmata. And so other than the fact that these placements, the wrists, are very important and symbolic and spiritual spots on our physical body, almost like I don't know a lot about acupuncture, although I believe in it and it works very well. It helped me heal my back. But almost like meridians in the physical body are important energetic centers that traditional Chinese medicine physicians use. The wrists are very powerful spiritual energetic centers on the physical body. That was the message that came through very clearly when I saw the seal on my wrist, and I asked, why is it on my wrist? The next message that came in very strong was that Earth is a planet of initiation and completion. All planets in this universe are karmic in nature. We work through karma on every planet in this universe. But Earth is very unique in that it is a planet of initiation and completion. Initiation of a cycle and completion of a cycle. And there's more information that came in on this that I'm going to go into at the end of the video. I feel very strongly I'm not supposed to go into that right now because I'm supposed to talk about the completion of this cycle. There are many pathways. The pathway that has come through very strong is one to the Cepheus constellation, where individuals will repeat the 3D cycle. And I already commented that there's already a societal structure and a hierarchy within that society, which this most, I'll say, depraved or most unbalanced energy will be moved to. So I did a video on all time being now. So I talk about this like past, present, and future. So people are going to pass and they'll go to their future lives on another world. But really all time is happening simultaneously. And we are existing at multiple levels of consciousness, at all levels of consciousness, at every moment in time. We're just not aware of it. We are aware of this existence right here in this space, in this time, because at the 3D level, that's all we can receive and hold on to and function as we're meant to. But Earth exists at many levels of consciousness. I exist at many levels of consciousness. You exist at many levels of consciousness simultaneously. This whole universe exists at many levels of consciousness simultaneously. So that's what we need to understand. I did a video on raising your vibration. I did a series of videos, and I'll put that in the in the description. But it's very important to understand that, because in this moment right now, as I raise my vibration, and this, I'm going to explain the vision that was shown to me. As I raise my vibration in this moment, in this now moment, I raise my vibration across space and time in every lifetime that I'm existing in simultaneously. And what was shown to me was I was standing, I was standing in the middle of the void, and as I raised my vibration, it sent out a wave of that energy, of my experience, of my epiphany, whatever that was that raised my vibration. It sends that energy out across the universe to all my existence and raises my vibration across existence. I'm not the only one that happens to. That happens to all of us. But it was one of the visions and one of the experiences I had to help me understand how all time happens simultaneously, and how I exist across many levels of consciousness in many places and spaces at any given time, or at all time. So I'm saying that because I've received a number of comments and questions in the past about people who are not transcending, what's going to happen to them. And we are all at some point transcended. But from this perspective, in this existence, we are growing at different levels. And always remember that karma plays a role in everything that we do. Okay? Karma is always playing a role. Every world, every moment. Right now, we are completing a cycle. And so for transcending humanity, we are shifting our perspective to a collective karma. So we won't be working on individual karma anymore. We'll be working on collective karma as a community, as a world. I got way more into detail on that than I planned on, but I hope that's accessible to you, and I am going to put those videos in the description if you're interested in watching them. But it's really important, I feel, to understand what's happening. I don't want to create anxiety for people. This is an experience that we're all having, and we're having it from this specific perspective in this existence right now. Know that somewhere in this universe, at a higher level of consciousness, you, me, all of us are existing and observing this moment and understanding it completely from a higher, more evolved perspective. The other message I received, I talked about the beings in the heart of the earth, earth, air, fire, water, and ether, all unified, create and personify, represent Mother Earth. What I said in the last video was beyond space, beyond time, out of space, out of time, outside of dimensions, outside of transcendence, you will be removed. And that was the very strong message I received from those beings regarding this unbalanced energy, this cabal energy, whatever you want to call it. Right now, the force of balanced energy moving through this space is pushing out, removing that unbalanced energy. It's transmuting it. And so the next message that came in this last week was within the heart of Mother Earth is a void. So I've talked about the void in the past, the void that the divine consciousness exists within, which it doesn't really exist within it because the divine consciousness is awareness. It's pure awareness. It's not energy, it's not a field, it's not anything. It is an awareness of existence. And so this universe was created so that this consciousness could experience all the things it could possibly be. And from the void of, or the consciousness of the divine, it creates. And so that space of creation I've referred to as the void. The heart of Mother Earth has a void within it. Earth, air, water, fire, and ether all exist within that void. Those are the building blocks of Mother Earth and creation on this world. And those beings, I call them beings, but they are high level consciousness or awareness that create this world and all things on it. And you could say that the combination of all those things, earth, air, water, fire, and ether, are the consciousness of Mother Earth. And so that was another very important message that came in, a different perspective. And again, this is my intuitive knowing. I'm not watching videos or anything to get this. This just comes in as I am walking, meditating, riding the bus, many ways. But It just comes in and I write it down. I'm not telling anybody that this is a truth that they have to believe in, but I encourage everybody to open themselves up to their own intuitive knowing, and then use your intuitive knowing from a balanced place to discern what information has value for you. That's what I do. I do that. I've done that for the last 10 years. And I honor the messages, and I am very strongly guided to share these messages. And the other message was they guard, protect, and create from this space. So from the heart of Mother Earth, they guard, protect, and create. I had a very strong message that came in about China. Very strong. And the message was that, sorry, the message, the message was that the homeworld, where the Chinese people came from, those beings on that world are very proud of their brothers or their sisters who came to this world to incarnate. And I've talked about it in past videos. Most other planets in the universe are very homogeneous, just one type of people on it. So you'll have a planet with all Chinese people. You'll have, or what we would call Chinese. You'd have another planet with all Japanese. You'd have another planet with all Korean. Another planet with all Vietnamese. Another planet with all Cambodian, right? Or Mexican, El Salvadorian, Peruvian, Brazilian, right? You'll have a different world for each one of those beings, those people. German, a world for Germany, a world for France, a world for Norway. Most of the universe is very homogeneous. And so this planet is extraordinary. This planet is so unique, I can't even put it in words. Over the last 6 or 7 years, that's come in very strong. So the people where the Chinese people, the people we know of as Chinese on this world, their home world, the people on that home world came in very strong to share so much gratitude and so much pride in the accomplishments of the beings on this world. And the reason why is because everything they've been through, the Chinese people on this world, their experiences over many millennia, centuries and millennia, their experiences here has elevated that world incredibly. And which is one of the reasons why I talked about how in the beginning of the video, how as I raise my vibration on this world, I raise my vibration across space and time in my every existence in the universe. That's the same thing. All the Chinese people on this world, everything they've been through, everything they've experienced, the growth that they have experienced on this world is unique. They could have never had those experiences on their home world. And through their consciousness, through the divine consciousness, the bridge of energy between this world and their home world, they have miraculously and profoundly raised the vibration of their world. They have helped them grow and expand far beyond any place they could have ever grown and expanded to, had those people not left their world and incarnated on this world. And there was an incredible amount of love and gratitude that came in that mission, in that message that I received, and I'm strongly guided to share. The other message that comes in very strong is This is about people. This experience on this world is about people. This is about the Chinese people. This isn't about governments. This isn't about politics. This isn't about economies. This isn't about social status or structure. This is about people. And the Chinese people who are transcending, they will expand to higher levels of consciousness. They will not go back to their home world because they are so far beyond that level of consciousness or awareness. The work they've done here has helped their people be able to grow and expand and come to a world of initiation and completion like Earth. That being said, I believe that many beings, many guides, many expanded fractals of consciousness will choose to go to more challenging worlds to help them raise their vibration or expand, grow, and evolve so that they can have experiences like here on Earth. Earth is a profound world of initiation and completion. Those of us who are expanding or transcending on this world are looked upon very highly because of what we have achieved. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. I can't even put it in words. I can't even express it in words. But when that information comes in from that world where the Chinese people originated, it's so deep in my body, that gratitude and praise that they are sharing with their brothers and sisters, it just shows me and it shares with me the depth of and profound nature of this world. The next message is, I don't know where I heard something about Alpha Draco. And this message came in very strong. The Alpha Draco are not running the show here on this world. And I know that's the consensus for people who are invested in like paradigms like the secret space program and anything involving alien visitation to this world and so on and so forth. I don't want to get too much into that, but I did get a very strong message that the Alpha Draco are more a military presence to keep this world in check. I've watched a video like years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. I'll put it in picture, but I remember them talking something about from this paradigm of like the Alpha Draco and the Anunnaki, and I can't remember, so I don't know a lot about this, but they talk something about England being the economic center of this planet, Rome being the religious center of this planet, and the US being the military branch on this planet to kind of keep the planet as a whole in check, right? The message came in that the Alpha Draco was the military arm of whatever this organization or whatever you want to call it that came to this world. That's not the primary message. The primary message is that they are the military branch or whatever for this. I think I referred to it as an overlord who is truly the unbalanced energy that travels through this, I guess, universe, trying to usurp, overtake planets, drain their energy, drain their resources, so on and so forth, okay? The primary message is this overlord energy, however you want to refer to it, has never come to Earth, and it will never come to Earth. It will never come to Earth because if that energy sets foot in this energetic space, we as a people we as a people and a planet will begin to shift its energy. We will shift its energy and start moving it into balance, and it doesn't want that to happen. It will never set foot on this world, and that's why it sends agents. There are many tools that they use to try to prevent that shift from happening, but that's the nature of this world. We are a planet of a planet of initiation and completion, alpha and omega. And this is what we do. We are meant to shift the energy, transmute the energy, and make and create balance, not only on this world, but across the universe. We are extraordinary and unique and beautiful. And yes, we have been through a lot. And yes, it's traumatic. But we are powerful and we've made it through. And we are transcending, regardless of what you're seeing that's going around, whether you're seeing it on the news or social media, it doesn't matter. It's breaking down. And the last thing that comes in is just breaking out of paradigms, belief systems, constructs, breaking out of those ideas, because they pigeonhole our thinking. They direct us. And once you believe something is a certain way, it's very hard to break out of those paradigms. It starts to dictate what's possible and what's impossible. And right now, we are moving or shifting to a place where what we believe is impossible will begin to manifest right in front of us. We will see it. It's our gift. Okay, that's it. Thank you.